All right, we're going to go ahead and get started right on time today, which is always really exciting to me. I love being right on time or a little bit early. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are talking about opposition is a gift. Opposition doesn't always feel like a gift, but we're going to talk about how it is a gift today. So I am your host, Georgia Davis, coming to you live from scenic northern Utah in the USA. And I am happy to be here with you. Just a little bit of housekeeping notes really quickly. Over the next 3 to 4 weeks, I may not have connection to the internet on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So if I am not available, I will go ahead and create a video and get it posted for you so that at 9 a.m. you will still have a live recording from me about these sessions. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I always love my time here. So thank you so much for joining. Let's go ahead and get started. There's a lot to cover about opposition is a gift. First of all, if you are joining me live, go ahead and drop something that you are comfortable with sharing about a struggle down in the comments below. And if I see them, then I'll go ahead and take a moment to chat about that opposition. Okay, so the first thing I want to start with is something that Grant Cardone says a lot, that see obstacles as opportunities. When you view your obstacles as opportunities, it really helps you to shift your perspective, move through that obstacle smoothly, and be able to see a solution to the problem instead of just seeing the obstacle. This is very, very closely related to opposition. Obstacles often are some form or kind of opposition. So let's just keep that in mind as we're going through this. And I've got a few different quotes I want to share. Another one that I want to share with you is from Lewis Mumford. A certain amount of opposition is a great help to a man kites rise against, not with the wind. I'm sorry. A certain amount of opposition is a great help to a man's make a kite rise against, not with the wind. I'm sorry, sounds so confusing. So a kite needs wind. A kite needs the opposition to rise. Joel Osteen also said, if you're going to do anything great in life, there will be opposition, setbacks, delays, and when you have big dreams, you're going to have big challenges. Okay, so today my opposition is my handwriting, and I can't read it very well, so I apologize. That was one of the fun things about doing these live videos, is you can't go back and create it or re-record it. That is opposition. This is a perfect example of opposition. How am I handling it? I can get upset and mad, or I can just move right along and be smooth with it. No problem, it's okay. So opposition can feel really, really heavy and loud and disruptive in our lives. Have you felt that way? That opposition sometimes seems to never end. You get through one thing and something else just shows right up and decides to rear its head in your life. You know, maybe you're like, oh my gosh, I finally got, X amount of savings put away. Yeah, I'm really rocking it. And then you have some unexpected situation or emergency come up, and now you have to use all of that. Or, I hear stories all the time from followers about different difficulties or situations that they're dealing with in their life. One of them that I heard about this morning was just heartbreaking. And sometimes there's nothing that you can do to help or support somebody that is going through something really difficult. All you can do is be there to help, listen, and support them in any way that you can. And sometimes, like I said, there's nothing that you can do. But when you are going through opposition, how are you choosing to handle that opposition? What are you choosing to do to help you rise above it and find a solution? Look for a time when you will be able to handle things smoothly, for a better time or a goal that you're working towards. when you start now and you start building a plan and you start creating goals, you are going to face opposition. You're going to face yourself. You're going to face external factors that you may have no control over. And that is completely normal. That's how it works. So here are some things that I've learned about the benefits of opposition. See if you can relate to any of these in your own life, or if you can take these things and maybe apply them to an opposition that you're facing in your life. 1, it asks us if we're committed. Opposition asks us and challenges our commitment to where we want to go and what we want to do. So are you answering back to the opposition and standing firm, telling it that no, you are not going anywhere. You are going to complete this goal, complete this task. You are going to follow through on something that you said you were going to do. Do you answer back in that resolve that there is nothing that the opposition can do to stop you? That is what part of the goal is to make sure that you respond to that opposition in a way that you are not going to be shut down. And honestly, the more skill, the more self-mastery you attain, the harder and bigger the opposition is going to be. It always matches your equal efforts. So the stronger you become, let's talk about working out and fitness, the stronger you become, the bigger the weight you need to lift. If you're lifting a 5-pound weight for a year, eventually that 5-pound weight is going to seem too easy. It is opposition. You're going to have to increase that weight, 7 pounds, 10 pounds, 15, 20. You're going to have to continue increasing the opposition for you to have a physical benefit from lifting that weight, from facing that opposition. So when you think about opposition in your life in any aspect, think of it as you strengthening those muscles, you strengthening that resolve to overcome that opposition. And if you can think about it in the sense of working out or fitness, you are going to be so much stronger. I am so proud of you for all of the opposition you've overcome. Okay, next, it strengthens our resolve. If you go to the gym and you lift weights or you lift weights at home, that strengthens you, just like we were just talking about. It strengthens your resolve. You're going to keep working out. You're going to keep flexing those muscles, whether they're spiritual, mental, emotional, new skills that you're learning. This morning in my Kali practice, Kali is a Filipino martial art that I'm practicing and learning from the Kali Center. And this morning, after all of the different basics that I've been practicing for the last 78 plus days, 83 days, I really was able to pull a bunch of skills together, and I can still see my weaknesses and I can see my strengths, but it really pays off when you're building these skills and you're putting them together. But this morning really made me want to practice even more. That as I build these skills and as I strengthen them and as I'm, preparing to go to a training with other people, like-minded people that are working these same skills, that I am going to be able to practice with them and learn from them and build the skills that I'm learning. This is that strengthening your resolve when you're facing opposition. Opposition tests our skills and our will. Kind of overlaps the last two that I just talked about, but it really does a lot to testing our skills. Where are your strengths? Where are your weaknesses? How can you improve? How can you move forward with what you're learning and how you're learning to face and overcome your opposition? Be grateful for that opposition every single day. It is what got you to where you are. When you were a little baby and you were a little kid trying to learn how to walk, you were facing the opposition of falling. Isn't that incredible? Like, ever since you were tiny, you have been overcoming opposition in your life. And as we get older and as we get stronger and as we overcome all of those little things, walking is no big deal to you now, But if you watch a little baby learning how to crawl and walk, you almost feel bad for them when they fall and they cry and they get hurt and it feels so bad. But they need to learn that opposition. They need to learn how to overcome themselves, the weight of their body, the weight of gravity, the opposition of gravity. So offer, express gratitude and thanks for the opposition that you're going through. Whether easy, hard, difficult, heartbreaking, it's moving you. It's building your skill and your will to keep moving forward. Opposition pushes us to be better and improve our skills. Again, this kind of overlaps the last one, but opposition is that push that we need. It really is. As babies, we want to grow, we want to walk, we want to crawl, we want to explore, we want to get into everything, we want to touch it, feel it, taste it, put it in our mouth, rub it on our body, feel it with our fingers. We're facing opposition all the time. And yet when you look at a baby, they're smiling, they're happy, they're excited. Think back on the last 5 to 20 years of your life. Think about the opposition that you've overcome. What if you had given into that opposition? Or what if you had just taken the easy route? Where would you be today? Where would you be right now? Well, you wouldn't be where you are right now. You would be someplace completely different because you gave into that opposition. You didn't accept the push to go further. I also think about this in hiking mountains and reaching a summit. I am propelled forward by the opposition of the incline, the hike, the challenge, the struggle of getting to the summit. If you've ever hiked a mountain, getting to the summit and the last little bit of the summit is almost always the hardest. I have never hiked to a summit, except in very rare situations where that last little bit got easier. There's only one mountain I can think of right now off the top of my head where that last little bit got easier. I am pushed forward by the challenge of getting to the top, by the challenge, so to speak, in conquering the mountain. That feeling of achievement and making it and seeing what it looks like at the top is so exciting and thrilling for me. I'm overcoming that opposition. What do you have in your life that is similar? What is your mountain? What is the weight that you're pushing as you're working out? Physical, mental, emotional, skills, work, just the challenge of life. You're overcoming opposition every single day. Opposition demands effort. Effort, for whatever reason, the harder something is for us to achieve, the more grateful and sense of accomplishment we feel. So as you're pushing yourself, as you're overcoming opposition, you are building confidence in yourself, in your skill, in your ability to overcome something hard and difficult. Think for just a moment about the most difficult thing you have ever overcome. How did you feel after? I want you to hold on to that. We're going to come back to that for our breathing and meditation exercise. Opposition is so hard. It is so hard. Opposition in my life, when I think back over it, just makes me want to curl up in a ball and cry. But at the same time, it also makes me want to cheer myself on because I have overcome some really, really hard, difficult things. And those really hard, difficult things have proven to myself that I can do it. It's the reason that I'm here on this live right now today. It's the reason that I have social media pages, because I have overcome huge obstacles in my life, huge amounts of opposition that should have forced me to quit, that should have forced me to back down and just be a part of the rest of society. But because of the courage and the confidence and the strength the mental fortitude and mindset that I've been able to acquire because of my opposition tells me, why not? Why not help other people? Why not be vulnerable? Why not share what I have with others? It's an obligation. When you know something, you're obligated to share it with those around you and help others. Okay. Opposition demands more of us. It makes us work, and it's something often harder than anything we've ever overcome before, because once you've overcome something, it's easier to overcome that thing. Once you learn how to drive, it's easy for you to jump in a car and drive. Once you've walked or hiked 10 miles, it's easy for you to hike at 10 miles again. You've done it before. Dwight L. Moody says, the best work usually meets the strongest opposition. Keep that in mind. When something is hard, when something is really, really difficult, and maybe you're like, oh my gosh, this opposition is so hard, I must be going in the wrong direction. Well, maybe you're going in the wrong direction, but maybe it's just the work that needs to be done that only you can do. Maybe it is your best work, and others are just waiting for you to shine, rise, and overcome. So they have a leader to look towards and to feel like they can do it too. One more thought. Joanne Wolfgang Van Gogh. I'm sorry, Johann. I'm so sorry. Johann Wolfgang Van Gogh. It is opposition that makes us productive. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. It's opposition that makes us productive. I also want to leave you with an ancient text reference. This one is found in a scriptural text called the Book of Mormon. It says, for it must needs be that there is an opposition in all things. If not so, righteousness could not be brought to pass, neither wickedness, neither holiness, nor misery, neither good nor bad, wherefore all things must needs be a compound in one. Wherefore, if it should be one body, it must needs remain as dead, having no life, neither death, nor corruption, nor incorruption, happiness, nor misery, neither sense, nor insensibility. That applies to everything in our life. How would you ever know happiness if you didn't know sorrow? How would you ever know gratitude if you were never without? There are so many things about opposition that bring us joy. Without an opposing feeling or emotion or experience, you would never know the opposite. So again, offer gratitude for the opposition that you experience. Okay, we are ready to go into our breathing exercise, our short meditation, which we are going to do a short meditation on opposition, kind of about all of the things that we've been thinking about. So as we go into our breathing exercise, I want you to recall something really, really difficult that you were able to work through and how amazing you felt that you were able to achieve that thing. And nobody needs to know about it. This is just you. You don't have to share it. It's just you. But how did you feel? When was there an experience when you had to push yourself harder than you ever have before and you got done feeling such a huge sense of accomplishment? I want you to really feel and think about that today. So as you breathe in, just a few reminders. When you breathe in, you're breathing in white light, positive, strength, helpful self-talk, anything that helps you grow and improve. And as you breathe out, I want you to think and exhale anything negative, heavy burdens, things that may feel like they're weighing you down. Just let all of those go as you breathe out. Then we're going to move into the meditation. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. My nose is so itchy. We're going to move into the meditation, and I want you to really feel and think about the positive benefits that you've had and reaped from opposition. Okay. So we're going to have 3 breaths in, just normal breathing. Just let it all out. Here's the second one. Go ahead and breathe in. And out when you're ready. Let it all go. Let go of all the negativity, all the burdens, all the stress. Just let it out for a few minutes. And 3, go ahead and breathe in. And breathe out. Feel your body relax into your chair or your bed or wherever you might be. We're going to take 3 deep breaths, inhaling slowly, holding for 5 seconds, and then exhaling. Remember to breathe in that white light, freshness, healing energy. I'm going to count in to the count of 4. We're going to hold for 5 seconds, and I'm going to count out for 4. Ready? Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. 3, 2, 1. Just sit with yourself for a moment. Wrap your arms around yourself if you want to. Feel the embrace of love and compassion and hope for what this day will bring you, what this night will bring you, what the next couple of days or weeks will bring you. Here comes the next one. Go ahead and breathe in for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let it go. 3, 2, 1. Feel the relief of letting go of that negativity, any negative feelings you feel about opposition, any burdens or weights on your shoulders. Just let them fall off of you. And the last breath, breathe in for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let go. 4, 3, 2, 1. If your eyes aren't already closed, go ahead and close them. We're going to go into the meditation portion of our exercise today. I want you to think about opposition and how it's made you grow. How has it pushed you to be better, to become the person that you want to be? How has opposition helped you to feel more gratitude for the little things in your life? Give yourself a big, energetic wrap up in a blanket. Feel the warmth all around you. Circle yourself with positive light and energy. Embrace the parts of you that have struggled with sadness and doubt and loss, and just give yourself an energetic embrace, feeling gratitude for yourself and everything that you've had to overcome to this point. Really embrace and love the strength about you. You are so amazing and powerful and strong. You're stronger than you even believe is possible. Here you are, listening to this live, listening to this recording. You made it. You have done so much good in your life already. Embrace that about yourself. You've overcome constant opposition, whether you feel it or not. It's natural for opposition to be difficult in your life. Go ahead and wrap up those feelings. take just 1 or 2 minutes and really feel gratitude for yourself, for the difficult moments that you've overcome. Recall that moment, something that was really, really hard and challenging for you, that you were able to overcome, and feel how amazing that felt for you, and just embrace yourself. Feel that amazing love. And as you wrap up those thoughts and as you wrap up those feelings, embrace yourself. Give yourself gratitude. Express gratitude for the opposition that has made you the incredible human that you are today. Okay, here's your homework assignment, okay? I want you to write down one thing, one opposition, one really big challenge that you're facing. And then I want you to write down 3 positive outcomes that can come from the opposition that you're facing. Hi, Alex. Thanks for joining. Hi, Christopher. Thanks for joining from Kenya this evening. Hello, Cara. Thank you so much for joining and watching. And anybody else out there that's watching that I don't know about out there. We're going to go ahead and close up this live session. Do that homework. If you want to, do it every single time you come up against opposition. Write down 3 positive outcomes that can come from the opposition that you're facing. Again, thank you so much for joining me for my live today. Go ahead and catch the replays on Focus Driven Life on my YouTube channel. I will also post those here for you. These lives will be deleted after about 48 hours to 1 week. So go find them on the YouTube page that I have. And also just as a reminder, hi Sheila, thanks for joining. Just as a reminder, my next 3 to 4 Tuesday lives may not be live, but I will make sure that I provide a recording about the live at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time over the next 3 to 4 weeks. And I just appreciate you so much. Thank you for being amazing and overcoming the opposition in your life. Remember that it is a gift for you, even if it doesn't feel like a gift in the moment that you're experiencing it. We will hopefully see you next Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining me.